Hey, this is Narissa Bates with Team Bates Realtors, um, Better Homes and Gardens, Real Estate Main Street Properties in Pensacola, Florida, on vacay. But I wanted to come on today and just talk a few minutes. I said I was going to do a Q&A. And the number one question that um, we've been asked lately is, when is it a good time for you to buy? When is it a good time for you to buy a house? And I would say the best time to buy a house is once you've sat down with your budget, your bills, and determine a mortgage payment amount that you and your family can afford. Um, that mortgage payment is going to include, basically, you're going to sit down with your budget, I would say for the last 6 months at least, and determine what your monthly budget is. Once you have a monthly budget established, after you've sat down with all of your set bills, your mortgage, excuse me, not mortgages, but your rent, you know how much you're paying per rent. You're also going to look at your utilities as well as any other loans, student loans, personal loans, auto loans, credit card payments, your groceries, your just monthly expenses for your family. Get you a 6-month budget and just have an idea of what you think you could afford. After you have that amount hit, then you would want to sit down with a lender, a mortgage lender, and determine, get it, actually do an application and let them give you a pre-approval on what you can actually qualify for. And basically, why I always suggest this to clients is because you do not want to get in a situation where you are house poor. You're pre-approved for a certain amount and you're thinking you can afford that, but then once you actually sit down with your budget, or you get in that house first month, 2 months, and you realize you've overextended yourself, that's not where you want to be. So my first step when I sit down and do a free home buyers consult, is to look at your budget. If you can find ways to save, and cut costs, pay bills down, do that, because you want to be in a strong position to be able to keep your home, because you work hard for that, and you want to be able to be in a position where you can keep that home and be able to process those payments and build equity and build that generational wealth for your family. So that is, I guess you would say, the first thing that I would say do to determine if you are actually ready to start looking to buy, is sit down with your budget and see, just have an idea in your mind of what you can afford. The lender is going to tell you exactly what that amount is, but once they process your application, but they don't look at daycare. They don't look at what you're paying for groceries, what you're paying for your hair, your nails, how your lifestyle. They're looking at only the things that's on your credit report. They're looking at your income, your before, what am I trying to say? They're looking at your gross income. So they're looking at your gross income and your bills that's on your credit report, not that other stuff. So you have to have an idea of what you're spending every month and what you and your family can afford as well. So you're going to make sure those two things line up and that you don't overextend yourself. That's my tip for today. That's when you can determine, yes, I'm ready to buy. I'm in a position where I've got savings set up. So if I get in this house and something crazy happens, I can afford to fix it. Like, those are the kind of things you got to think about when you're looking to be a homeowner. So you want to have some savings. You want to have an idea of your budget. You want to meet with the lender. And then once you meet with that lender and get that pre-approval, you want to verify that your number and their number aligns, that y'all are somewhat on the same page, and that you can afford this big investment that you're looking to do. So again, that is my tip for the day on when is it time for me to buy. Again, this is Narissa with Team Bates. If you guys would please like, share, comment on this post, especially share if you know that you have friends or family that it would help. If you know anyone that is looking to buy or sell, I would love to sit down with them and just go over options, talk to them, If they're not ready now, I still don't mind sitting down with them to help them plan if that's something that they want to do in the future. So again, Narissa with Team Bates. Um, I'm ready to help you find your dream home if that is what you want. Give me a call.